Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everybody. How are you today? I hope you will be fine and keep fighting to start our lesson. First, I want to introduce myself. My name is Rizky Aulia Kristeni. You can call me Aulia. I will be teaching you biology in this semester. Well, before we study, pray basmalah to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now I want to teach about the human sensory system. Let's get started. Introduction to the sensory system. Ask anyone what the senses are, and they are likely to list the 5 major senses as taste, smell, touch, hearing, and sight. However, these are not all of the senses. The most obvious omissions from this list is balance. Touch can be further subdivided into pressure, vibration, stretch, and hair follicle position. On the basis of the type mechanoreceptor that perceive these touch sensations, other overlooked senses include temperature perception by thermoreceptors and pain perception by nociceptors. Next, the 5 and more senses. Humans have 5 basic senses: touch, sight, hearing, smell, and taste. The sensing organs associated with each sense send information to the brain to help us understand and perceive the world around us. People also have other senses in addition to the basic 5. Here's how they work. Number 1 is touch. Touch is thought to be the first sense that humans develop. According to the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy, touch consists of several distinct sensations communicated to the brain through special neurons in the skin. Pressure, temperature, like touch, vibration, pain, and other sensations are all part of the touch sense and are all attributed to different receptors in skin. Touch isn't just a sense used to interact with the world, it also seems to be very important to a human well-being. For example, touch has been found to convey compassion from a human to another. These facial sensations are not just changing general orientation, but putting people in a good mood, said Joshua Ekman, an assistant professor of marketing at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. They have a specific tie to certain abstract meanings. Next, number 2 is sight. Sight, or perceiving things through the eyes, is a complex process. The first light reflects of an object to the eye. The transparent outer layer of the eye called the cornea bends the light that passes through the hole of the pupil. The iris, which is the cold part of the eye, works like the shutter of a camera, addressing to shoot out light or opening whether to let in more light. The cornea focuses most of the light, then the light passes through the lens, which continue to focus the light, explained Dr. Mark Fulmer, an ophthalmologist and retina specialist at Lenox Hills Hospital in the New York City. How the human eye works. The lens of the eye then bends the light and focus on the retina, which is full of nerve cells. These cells are shaped like roots and cones, and are named for their shapes. According to the American Optometric Association, can translate light into color, central vision, and details. The red translates light into peripheral vision and motion. Words also give human vision when there is limited light available, like at night. The information translates from the light to sense as electrical impulse to the brain through the optic nerve. Even in the case of being profoundly blind, the brain rewards itself a manner to use the information at its disposal so that it can interact with the environment in a more effective manner, said, said by Dr. Sumer. Number three is hearing. The sense works via complex labyrinth that is the human ear. Sound is funneled through the external ear and piped into the external auditory canal. Then sound waves reach the tympanic membrane or eardrum. This is a thin sheet of connective tissue that vibrates when sound waves strike it. The vibration travels to middle ear. There, the auditory ossicles three tiny bones called the malleus, hammer, incus, and feel and steps through vibrates. The steps bone in turn push a structure called the oval window in and out, sending vibration to the organ of Corti according to the National Library of Medicine, NLM. This spiral organ is the receptor organ for hearing. Tiny hair cell in the organ of Corires translate the vibration into electrical impulse. That impulse then travel to the brain via sensory nerves. People retain their sense of balance because the eustachian tube or pterygonotympanic tube in the middle ear equates the air pressure in the middle ear with the air pressure in the atmosphere. The vestibular complex in the inner ear is also important for balance because it contains receptors that regulate a sense of equilibrium. The inner ear is connected to the vestibulocochlear nerve, which carries sound and equilibrium information to the brain. Number 4 is smell. Humans might be able to smell over 1 trillion seconds. According to research, they do this with the olfactory slab, which is found on the roof of the nasal cavity next to the smelling part of the brain. The olfactory bulb and fossa nerve ending in the olfactory clefts transmit smell to the brain, according to the American Rhinology Society. Dogs are known as good smellers, but research suggests that humans are just as good as man's best friend. Research published in the May 11, 2017 issued the journal Science suggests that humans can discriminate among 1 trillion different odors. It was once believed that humans could take in only 10,000 different smells. The fact is sense of smell is just good in humans as in other mammals like rodents and dogs, said in a statement by John Mitchell. In the sense of smell, the humans have 400 smelling receptors. While this isn't many as animals that are super smells have the much more complicated human brain make up for the difference. Michigan said, in fact, poor smelling ability in people may be a symptom of a medical condition or aging. For example, the distorted or discrete ability to smell is a symptom of schizophrenia and depression. Old age can also lessen the ability to smell properly. More than 75% of people over the age of 80 years might have major olfactory impairment according to a 2006. Number 5. Taste. The gustatory sense is usually broken down into the perception of 4 different tastes: salty, sweet, sour, and bitter. There is also a fifth taste, defined as umami or savory. There might be many other flavors that have not yet been discovered. Also, spicy it's not taste. It is actually point signals, according to the National Library of Medicine atau NLM. The sense of taste aided in human evolution, according to the NLM, because taste help people taste the food they ate. A bitter or sour taste indicates that a plant might be poisonous or rotten. Something salty or sweet, however, often means the food was rich in nutrients. Taste incense in the taste buds, though have 2,000 to 4,000 taste buds. Most of them are untoned, but they also line the back of the throat, the epiglottis, the nasal cavity, and the esophagus. Sensory cell on the buds form capsules shaped like flower buds or arranged. According to the NLM, the tips of this capsule have pores that work like funnels with tiny touch hairs. Protein on hairs binds chemicals to the cell for tasting. Okay, thank you for today. I hope you can understand our material today. Thank you for attention and see you on the next video.